What is going on, guys? Welcome back to part 2 of this Can Chris Solve episode, in which we are attempting the Megamorphix or the 4x4 Mastermorphix. So we had some slow but steady progress in the last video, in which we got all of our centres solved, and it was pretty difficult to get my head around it. I did struggle quite a bit with the last 2 centres, but we managed to do them all the same, which means we now have edge pairing and then the 3x3 aspect of this shape mod to do. So without further ado, let's just get started. Okay, so here we are exactly where we left off at the end of the last episode. So the first thing I notice here is that I have one pair of edges made up right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to use free slice using the red and the yellow as my bottom center. And I just need to make sure that I keep my centers kind of aligned, and I shouldn't have too many problems. So leaving this guy down here at the bottom, then let's just get started. I'm thinking I need to match up this green right here with this green right here. So if I was to just pop it in the middle layer and then slice, as you can see, we have managed to match that guy up, and then we can pop it into the bottom layer just like so. So now we have 2 done, and this slice, if we wanted to, could just be moved back like so. So I'm going to try and do something along these lines. I have another pair right here which I can use. I'm going to pop it in there, just like that, and now we only have one more of our first 4 edges to go. So I can see these 2 guys here that could match up with this blue. I'm going to bear that in mind, but firstly we have this pair made up. So obviously I'm going to put them in next, and there you go, we have our first 4 done. So this seems pretty easy, straightforward, definitely a lot easier than the centers. And then we realign, we actually have 2 more edges made up. So this is actually going really well. I am becoming increasingly aware that parity is going to be a huge problem for me because of the number of repeated pieces. There's actually 1, 2, 3 of these little triangular pieces, and there's a pretty huge chance I'm getting some of them wrong. So I'm going to have to bear that in mind. Now we have two more edges for this top layer to go. I'm going to match up one of these triangular pieces with this blue one here, just as I kind of thought about it before. So I can make that slice, and I can put it in the top layer. And then I don't have to slice back, but I will just for safety. And then we have this final one that we need to fix. So what we can do is simply make the slice, pop our paired up pieces into the top layer, and then slice back again. There we go, look at this. So we are now on to our last 4 edges, or actually our last 3, because these 2 right here are already paired up. So let's think about this. We need to do a flip of this piece, and I'm going to do it slowly because I'm not really confident using algorithms yet, as I would on 4x4. And what we need to do is pop this guy in the top face so we have something to displace. Make the slice, pop in the broken pair, and slice back. Okay, so what we have now is obviously our parity, where these 2 are not matched up properly. So I'm just going to do hopefully the right algorithm. Come on. Slice. And there we go, I think. Look at that. We've done it. We have all of our centers and edges done. And now we're left with just the 3x3, which I believe is just a shape mod. So I need to be very careful that I do this properly, because I don't want to mess up what I've already built. So I'm going to stick to having the red and yellow as my bottom, just because I think this works quite nicely. So we obviously need 2 reds here, just like so, but I want it to match up with my center, so we pop it in like so. So we have 1, 2, 3 done. And this means we now have to put this yellow one in. How are we going to do this? So that's the wrong way around. We could just do it like, just bear with me a second, pop you in, move you back. There you go. So for those of you who can't see, we've done the cross of our 3x3 now, which means we can now move on to F2L with no real problems. So what we have here is a really interesting F2L case. Because the corner is so small, you might get a bit confused, but this is our corner and we're going to match up with these edges, pop them in, and there you go. We've managed to build an F2L pair. Next up we have this big corner here, and that's going to match up with these blues, and I need to make sure I get this right actually, so if we have to pair up the pieces first, and then when we slot them in, it should hopefully work for us. Yep, there we go. And as you can see, everything is coming together quite nicely now. It's really interesting how quickly it's all come together, you know, straight out of edge pairing. But as for now, we're putting in our last F2L pair just like that, and we are now stuck at the last layer. So obviously these two pieces are fine. We just need to identify whether these edges are fine or not, and I think they are okay. I think they just need to be switched around. So we have all of our edges done, I believe, and then if we check our corners, they are not quite done. What do we have here? So we have one corner that is definitely correct, and this one is definitely incorrect because it doesn't match up, and we can't really tell with these corner pieces at all. So what I'm going to have to do is just pretend this is the soon case and put the correct corner in the bottom left and just do the soon, just to play it safe. It's going to take a lot longer, of course, but this is the only way you can ensure you get it right. Okay, so now we have this piece correctly done, we have this piece correctly done, and then these two which we don't really know about. If this is in the correct place, it's fine. This is also fine, just kind of checking that the orientations work. This piece is fine, and then this piece is fine. So I'm actually going to go ahead and assume that I have everything oriented correctly. Hopefully I do. I'm going to just try some algorithms out for PLL. I'm very much pretending this is beginner's method for 3x3. I'm just a little bit too scared at the moment to do anything else. So all of our corners are in the correct place. We have this edge in the right place, meaning it should just be a U-perm away from completion. Okay, well, we are very close, as you can see. We just have two of our centers that are not quite done. So I know the algorithm to flip this guy. Okay, so now, so now it's just a picture cube. We just need to rotate this guy. So, oh no, okay, what have we done here? It appears we've actually just switched the center that needs turning. So, maybe we just did the wrong algorithm, but of course this guy is now fine. Let's try that again. Okay, same thing again. So it appears that this flipping algorithm is moving two at a time. It appears I might have some kind of parity case going on right now, because what I essentially need to do is rotate the center 45 degrees. Yeah, I don't quite know what's going on here. I'm unable to solve this one center, which is annoying me, but I think it must be something to do with the 4x4 parity I've got, or it's just an algorithm that I don't quite know yet, but unfortunately I think this is a fail. Well then guys, it seems like a real shame to kind of end a 2-part video with a failure, but so I'm stuck with this right now. And if any of you guys do know how I would solve it from here, please do let me know in the comments, because this is a really interesting puzzle. I have really enjoyed solving this. Anyway, I hope this hasn't made the video rubbish. Sorry about that anticlimax, but if you have enjoyed it, remember, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, obviously tell me how to solve this, and then your suggestions for Cankerous Solve as well. And then of course, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have an awesome day.